So I'm going to open it from the back. There's this little seam. See if I can get a hold of something. The top of the box was kind of crushed, which I didn't like very much. I kind of like to keep the box since it has this logo on the front. Now, there's going to be lots of people who will purchase more than one of these, keep one, never open it. I like to see the coins, and I'm not considering myself a reseller, so it's not that important to me. So we got this edge open. Let's see what we get here. And what? Let's do it this way so we see less of the coins right away. Maybe a little. Oh, we'll do Denver first since it showed up on top. Wow, and Denver is closest to me. I live on the West Coast. Let's see if I can't zoom in a little bit. There we go. Well, there is a Denver minted half, the Enduring Liberty. That's certainly in better shape than any of them that I came across when I purchased 2 rolls from the mint, which makes me instantly rethink, should I buy? Should I send them in? I do see a little something maybe down low on the cheek, a little scuff, but the fields look really nice by comparison. We also have the Sacagawea, and that too you can kind of see. Hard to tell whether that's on the, yeah, that was dust. It's in very nice shape as well. You can see by the reflection. Some of that is dust. I actually vacuumed my desk because I have a cat and I didn't want kitty hair flying around before I did this. So that's looking very nice. We'll do, this is all the obverse. We'll do the reverse next. And there's that coveted Lincoln cent that has the dual date 1776, 2026, and the D mint mark below it. And he looks beautiful, which is nice. Get a nice reflective fields without any big scrapes. So they took some care with these, thank goodness. And then we have this beautiful dime. This is their 1 year only emerging Liberty dime. It's the first time that Lady Liberty is on the obverse since 1945, which is really cool. I love this design. I wish they'd redesigned every single one, including the Lincoln. If not the obverse, the reverse. But here we have maybe a little something on her cheek, but she seems in good shape. You know, high on her cheekbone, I see a little something. I'm not really sure. Oops, there we go. No, that may have been, no, that may just be a curl. Have to look at these under the microscope to really tell. But you get the Denver mint over to the kind of the right of her mouth. In God We Trust. Get the dual dates on that one as well. And let's see, I'm trying to do this under a magnifier and it's not the easiest. Here we go. We the People. That one, do I want that? No, I was going too far over. Let's do this one. This is the quarter. That's the Mayflower quarter. And really nice ship design. I actually lived on a sailboat for 3 years. Nothing like that, but I consider myself a bit of a nautical enthusiast. And yeah, that's a really pretty design. It too, beautiful coin. They did take great care. And here we have the Jefferson nickel. You have the dual date, 1776, 2026, and Liberty. Really, they didn't change. I think this was the one they didn't change, as well as the Lincoln cent. And I think that there's a lot of collectors who've been disappointed. I'm certainly not disappointed in the quality of these coins. They seem to be much better than anything found in bags and rolls so far that I've heard of. And then we'll go over here to the other side and we'll do the quarters. I know they did 4 different quarters. The one where you have the privy mark is this particular one with the Liberty Bell on the back. And I'm going to check something real quick so I make sure I'm saying the right things as far as the 5 quarters. I'm reading this as I'm showing you the quarters. Commemorating America's 205th anniversary, the semi-quincentennial. These feature the Mayflower Compact, Revolutionary War and the Declaration of Independence, and the U.S. Constitution and Gettysburg Address. So maybe I fumbled that all together. Let's see. This is probably the Revolutionary War, since we have someone there. Maybe Paul Revere? Have to check that out. But beautiful fields, lots of cool details to look at underneath the microscope, which I look forward to. And again, high quality, nice strike, not all chunked up. I'm really pleased with the way these have come out. Again, maybe I should pursue that second batch, even at 124.50. There's the Liberty Bell one. This is the one that we're looking for, the July 4th privy mark, if it's out in circulation. They've already, as of today, found, or rather, NGC has graded the very first one, which came out in MS 66, out of South Carolina. And this one, New Nation, I'm not sure which one that would be considered. Maybe this is probably the Gettysburg Address one, We the People. I don't know. Guys, I'm going to have to look that up. I'm sorry, I'm so terrible at knowing which quarter is which, but that's the beginner in me not quite sure. I'm sure I can figure it out pretty fast as soon as I put all this down. But as you can see, each one has great details. And this one has 250 down below their hands, which I think is really neat. This one, that is Philadelphia. That was where our nation began. Not Washington, D.C., but Philadelphia, which is cool. So those are all really nice. Let's flip them over and see the reverse. Now, this is the reverse of the 50 cent, the Enduring Liberty $50. When I was looking at these in rolls, a lot of bag marks and scratches. This one doesn't appear to have any of that, at least at first glance, as I'm rotating it around to show you in the light the different clear fields. The nickel, and it looks certainly like it would have 5 full steps without any chunk marks out of it. Again, some clear fields, maybe a tiny bit of something up top, that little tick. Can't tell if that's on the plastic or on the coin. The dime, oh, so pretty. And that eagle, all the details. I still, yeah, the dimes are probably my favorite. Which one's your favorite? Do you have a favorite? I haven't found any of these in change yet, and I keep hunting rolls in hopes. The Mayflower quarter, it's kind of interesting, or rather, that is, I keep wanting to make that the Mayflower quarter. That, I guess it is. It is the Mayflower quarter. Well, I'm not completely out of my mind, just can't quite figure out my quarters today. But you have the pilgrims on the front of that one, and looking hopeful or worried, depends on your point of view, I guess. And then the shield is on the back of the Lincoln Cent. Again, I think they missed an opportunity. They could have really redone that one. And I don't know, what would you have put back there? Could have been something, I don't know, something related to freeing slaves. It could have been the end of the Civil War in some way. I don't know, maybe that was just too much. Now this one is interesting. This is the Sacagawea dollar, and on the back of it, it says featuring Polly Cooper and the, forgive me if I say this incorrectly, the Oneida's Gift of Corn to General Washington at Valley Forge. So to the right would be Washington, and there's a better look at it. It too has a beautiful setup on the back. On the bottom of these cards, if you've never gotten them before, it talks about the denomination, which I could be looking at, by the way, but I've forgotten that it was down here. It also talks about, or rather, it lists what the quarter is, or what I'm saying quarters. I'm stuck on quarters today. Here, we'll use the quarters. The U.S. Constitution quarter, the composition of it, how much it should weigh, etc. The edge is reeded. So information on the bottom. Check it out. So those are the Denvers, and here are the Philadelphias. Now, since we've kind of gone through the designs as poorly as I have, I will just show you the coins, and let's see. Let's put both of them side by side. See if there's either that looks better. I think I might give, just my eye above is different than what you're seeing, but I'd almost give the strike better to Denver on that one. And then we have the Lincoln cent. See a little bit of haze that may or may not be on this. It almost looks like it's on the coin itself, a little bit of haze. This is the Philadelphia again. I'm not seeing any marks. There's nice luster. Could get that graded for sure. Same with the nice for the Mayflower quarter. How's our dime? Dime looks good too. All the coins, both Philadelphia and Denver, are beautiful, at least in my set. I don't know if there's been any complaints about these sets. It's possible, I guess I have, but again, I've just been anticipating getting it. See the P mint mark over there above In God We Trust. And here, having a little experience after 2 rolls done in another video, I opened up the 2 rolls that I got from the mint of the Enduring Liberty half, and I was quite disappointed with what came out of them. I would totally get these graded, though. They seem to be beautiful coins. This one, Philadelphia, looks just as good as the Denver. They both don't appear to have any scratches or problems with them on the obverse. And then we have the nickel out of Philadelphia. It too, beautiful coins. Couldn't be more pleased with the ones that I've gotten. And they all just appear almost like they were struck separate from the other uncirculateds. I don't know if they use different dies to do these, but it kind of seems like maybe. Now this one has a little nick on the edge right there, which is the only nick I've so far seen in any of these. But again, I haven't looked at them other than looking at them with you right now. I haven't looked at them under the microscope or anything like that. So that that may be a piece of this cardboard on there. I can't really tell from here. But if it's a ding, that's one coin that isn't quite pristine. And here we have another quarter. It too looks really good. The edges look clean. Yeah, I'm really impressed with how beautiful these are. They aren't proofs. They are uncirculated coin sets. Let's look at the reverse of the Philadelphias. Look up close here. You know, if I'd purchased, I will not purchase any rolls of coins again like I did. I actually I bought 2 sets of the Enduring Liberty, and I ended up selling one of them, making my money back plus a little bit on eBay, because I was so disappointed in opening the first 2. They were just awful. Very disappointed in that. But this, not at all. Not at all disappointed. Very happy with it. Just the fields are beautiful. Looks like we've got really strong strikes. Looks like we've got 5 steps. I think there's going to be a lot of high grades of these, or they're going to shift their grading, whether it's PCGS or NGC. They're going to shift the way they're grading them. It's hard to say. Maybe AI is going to start creeping in there as far as part of their process. No one said that. That's just a guess, but beautiful dime. And a beautiful Mayflower quarter. And you get the P mint mark. The Philadelphia are in blue, in the blue containers, or if you have older mint sets, you'll have an edge around cellophane, and if it's blue, it's out of Philadelphia. There are no San Francisco minted coins in these batches. These are just Denver and Philadelphia. P mint mark for Philadelphia. This is kind of interesting. As I'm looking at it, I'm noticing that maybe it's just me in this moment, and I'll have to kind of angle them differently. It almost seems like the Philadelphia minted scent is a little less lustrous than the Denver. And I think the strike is probably about equal, but I think Denver won on that one too, in terms of just the beauty of it. But not bad. All of them are pretty. And close up of this one. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not quite as dramatic a strike, and the luster is just a little more dull on the Philadelphia. So that's interesting. And then we have the P mint mark by George's Hair over to the right. In God We Trust. We get the dual dates, of course. And E Pluribus Unum up at the top. Be interesting to look at these and see if we find any doubling. I don't know if there have been any errors found. Guess I'll have to look that up too. Now this one, it could be on the plastic. Hard to tell if there's any kind of scratch on the field. I think it's on the plastic, but again, you'd have to knock them out. And if this were the July 4th Privy quarter, right at his chest, you'd see July 4th. So what do you think? Did you get one? Did you like it? Do you agree with my assessments as far as maybe the Denvers are a little more lustrous? Looks like kind of across the board that's the case. Are you happy with them? Do you wish you'd bought 2 like I did? Or is this sort of something you wouldn't want in your collection because you could find it out in the wild eventually? What do you think? If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe and share. It helps the channel grow. My name's Andrea, and this has been Dig for the Pony. This is the 2026 Uncirculated Coin Set, Denver and Philadelphia.